Hi. I finished an arc a couple of days ago, and I was hoping to get the video out before it was published, but I failed. It came out yesterday on the 24th of October, and it's called Miss Beeton's Murder Agency by Josie Lloyd. It's a cosy crime that includes recipes. I thought it was a fun read, even though I had a stretch belief at times with the way she discovered things and the things she did, but never mind. Alice is a distant relation to Mrs. Beeton. I never had one of Mrs. Beeton's books, but I think my mother did. So Alice is single. She's on the wrong side of 50. And she is struggling a little bit financially because she keeps bailing her brother out. Her younger brother, who keeps promising to repay her but never seems to get around to it. But she has her very own successful good household management agency. She provides staff for these wealthy households who are looking for housekeepers, for cooks, that sort of thing. She provides the staff, and she has built an excellent reputation. If somebody has been placed by the Good Household Management Agency, then they are first class. She works in her offices with Jinx and Helly, who are close friends more than co-workers. Jinx especially, they went to school together and sort of grown up together. So it's before Christmas, and Enya Fisher arrives for an interview looking for a placement. She has got excellent references. She's fluent in languages. And while she is sitting in the office with Alice, a phone call comes through from Camille Messon, who is desperate for a housekeeper because hers has just walked out on her. And they've got all these functions over Christmas and she needs a housekeeper now. And Enya fits the bill. A quick phone call to her referees, who confirm that Enya is an absolutely wonderful person, trustworthy, etc., etc., etc. And so Enya takes a job with Camille Messon. Everything's perfect. And then, the early mornings of New Year's Day, Alice receives a call from the police saying that Enya is dead. And the Messons and the police suddenly seem to close ranks, and Alice is left very frustrated because she wants to know why Enya died, how she died, why she died. And so she investigates. And that's all I'm telling you. As I said, it's a sort of nice, cosy little crime. And things Alice gets up to, you do have to sort of take a step back at times. And she's likeable. My favourite character, though, is Jinx. I did love Jinx. There was one complaint, and it was that it seemed to be very slow to get going. We're told in the blurb that Enya dies, but we seem to have to. It seems a long time before we get to it and to the investigations. It seemed a lot of preamble. That was my one complaint. I'd have liked to have got into it a little bit quicker. There was a problem for me, and it didn't affect the novel or anything, but it's a problem with Kindle. The arc that I received via NetGalley onto Kindle, it was corrupted in some way. And as I said, there are recipes dotted all the way through, but the formatting was corrupted. It was impossible to read the recipes. The text was fine, no problem at all with the text. But when it came to the recipes, absolutely unreadable. You could have been reading, I don't know what you could have been reading. So that is maybe it's a problem with my Kindle. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if anybody else who've had Kindle ARCs from NetGalley have had the same problem, but I did. But then again, if I want a recipe, I'm hardly going to pick up a crime book, am I? So it didn't really matter. But yeah, it was a fun read. So it came out yesterday on the 24th of October, and it's Mrs. Beeton's Murder Agency. And I did like the cover. The cover, oh, you can see it up here. The cover is very sort of Christmassy, isn't it, with the snow and the wreath and everything. It has got a very nice cover. So, happy reading. Take care.